Hey everyone, welcome to the Haze Reverb update video. This week we don't have too much, it's just one new unit mostly, and also the double resource event, which you already knew about from before. But Fafnir is a new guard unit. She's not limited, and therefore you can just get her from the customized banner or just from natural pools in like future banners that you might target. But let's go over her skills. So she is a guard type unit, and she's a DPS guard unit, right? She scales off armor and attack. She does triple damage to guard and assault types. However, this damage also still gets mitigated by armor and stuff like that. And therefore, if the enemy that you're hitting has maximum armor, then this won't do anything. However, if they don't have maximum damage reduction of one type, then she's probably going to one-shot most guard and assault type units. That's a pretty good starting ability. And then she also steals all buffs. I believe that's what Reeve does. So stealing the buffs off the target, and then she attacks, which is also quite good. Then she also gains armor when she gets attacked, and also at the same time she will reduce the attack of that attacker by 50%. So she's a debuffer as well. Although she doesn't have a taunt, so just keep that in mind that this is only if they attack her specifically. And then she also has this ability, which is like a similar second life to Fafnir, is that she doesn't heal herself back up. She'll basically take a hit. When she is about to die, she'll stop at 1 HP, right, and then she'll still be alive. This gives you a bit of a chance to recover. Alright, to heal her back up and stuff. But otherwise, she'll need another hit to be killed off. And that makes her a pretty good bruiser type unit, combined with everything else. Scaling off armor allows her to do some pretty decent damage, because she can be built with maximum armor, and I'll go over that shortly when we go over her stats. And then her EX ability is based on having guard units on your team. So of course this will combo well with Hlokk, who already requires you to have multiple guards. So if you're doing that with Mo and other guard tanks or whatever, then she is a pretty good DPS unit to put into that team. A lot of guard teams at the moment would use Valentine Charlissa as the DPS, or maybe Julius, and you could use Fafnir instead of one of those units, or you could run like 2 DPS as well, especially having 2 strong guard type DPS. That helps fulfill the requirements of Hlokk, and also make sure that Hlokk will always be using the reprisal every few turns, even if you have some units die, right? So having a higher count on your guard team is a little bit safer. But yeah, that is her. Also, this very important. This ignores resistance, which is quite good. And this will trigger after her own attack and just checks whether there's guard units, right? So the conditions are much easier than other usual EXs where they need to be like below 50% health. Doesn't need that, just needs to have guards on the team. And it even includes herself, so pretty low requirement. Those are her skills here. Now let's go over her stats and skill breakpoints. Now these are her stats at level 100. With maximum resonance gear and affinity. I don't have any cores on her yet, so I don't know what that looks like, but I haven't decided what cores I will be putting on her just yet. I'm having a little bit of thinking about it, but basically to get max armor, what you can do is, first off, she starts off with 30% base armor, right? Sorry, this is 35 including 5% from affinity. So her actual base is 30%. And then she'll gain 20% from her passive, that's at rank 10. And that means she'll have 55%. If you have a max leveled Mo will provide 30% armor. That gets her up to 85%. And therefore, I think you could run her with 2 competent cores, because you probably still want to have a mix of attack and attack percent. And therefore, you would run 2 competence to satisfy that, right? Otherwise, if you run a full armor core on one side, then the other one has to be either flat attack or or percentage attack. you can't have, you know, a hybrid attack percent and flat attack, right? You have to split it off 2 different cores, and therefore you would have to have the composite cores to reach 100% armor, and also have like good attack stats at the same time. If you don't have a high level Mo, and you can't, you know, reach 100% armor because of that, then I wouldn't bother running her on armor cores. I would just run her on full DPS. And yeah, so I think there's a bit of testing because I don't know if it's worth it to go for the full armor build or not, or whether just go full damage. You lose quite a bit of attack by using those composite cores. But yeah, that'll be something I'll test out probably sometime during the week, because I need to farm up some more cores to level up cores for her, since I don't have any composite cores, or at least not armor ones, ready for her. But yes, that will be something that will happen at some point. If I find that it's worth making a video for her, I'll do that as like a separate guide. Now her resonance gear is 2 attack percent cores and 1 health. Unfortunately, I feel like this health one should be an armor one. Would have made more sense, but it is what it is. And then for her skills, rank 5 is when she'll get the triple damage to guard types. I would say technically she's probably still usable before that, because her EX ability is like static, right? It's always going to ignore res. You don't have to level up to make that useful. And having that trigger and ignore res is always going to be quite good in PvP. But if you want the triple damage, then you need to be rank 5. And then rank 10 is the highest armor bonus for 20%. And therefore, if you're running the full armor build, you'll want her to be at rank 10. This also gives the highest attack reduction as well. And then rank 9 is when she gets the highest damage on her skill 1. Obviously, the highest highest version of the rank 5 one, right? And then, below that, it's just like lower values of the other skills, and therefore, yeah, the rank 9 and 10 are the important ones for actually maxing her skills fully, and rank 5 is the triple damage. Now, as far as my recommendation on whether to pull her or not, I think if you're focused on PvP, this is when she's most relevant. I don't think she's very good for Crusade Raid. I can't see her being used for that. I think she could be used in Moon Abyss, but there's going to be a similar problem as PvP. You ideally want to have a max level Hlokk and a max level Mo to go with her. If you don't have those, then I think Fafnir may not be that great. Definitely usable, but I think she excels highest in obviously a Hlokk team, and you ideally want a maximum Mo to get the armor, right? But also, if you can't afford to get the all the skill ups, I think she's probably still usable, but not as like a high priority. Yeah, so it really depends on your focus on the game. If you just care about PvE, then I think I would just skip her. You don't really need her for PvE, I would say. But yeah, mostly a PvP unit, and I would say it's like those who are focused on PvP that would be interested in Fafnir. Now, aside from that, we've got the double resource event. I think it will be starting shortly as of the time of recording, and we also have the side story still the last few, like, you know, last week of that. So if you haven't finished it, I would recommend to only do like the bare minimum, because you probably want to use most of your stamina on double resource. But yeah, if you need to finish off like a bit of the shop, then by all means. But I would say just target the most important stuff, right? Don't bother with these like low level cores and stuff. You just want your perfect crystals, you know, your potions. I guess these are okay. Reverbs for Skadi. You want the reverbs here as well. Your tickets. I think actually all of these, except for the shields, are like, you know, pretty decent. Maybe you could skip the transformation shards as well. But yeah, you mostly want the reverbs from here. So if you already got that, then I wouldn't stress too much about it and just focus on double resource. Alright, so that's it for this week. So I'll leave it here. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.